So let's continue. So integrated grammar revision for your exams. Now first of all, if you haven't watched these videos, the videos on models, that is will and can. So I have given the description of these videos in the description box. The link is also there. So you can revise the rules from here once we finish with this session. Will and can, the difference, all the rules are there. Then mixed perfect tense exercise is also there. So you can go and revise before taking the exam. Now a little warm up. Comparison chart. I'm going to give you little clues on the difference between should, ought to and must, because these are very confusing among models. We always get confused between should, ought to and must. So let's revise quickly what is the basic difference between these. अब सबसे पहले हम should पे आते हैं. Now should, it refers to a person's duties. अब this is the point that is to be noted. A person's duties and responsibilities, that is the best thing to do in a case. Ought to का मतलब है when we talk about a moral obligation or duty. Moral obligation or duty, something that is socially accepted. इसका मतलब है कि society जिसे कहती है कि ये चीज right है और ये चीज wrong है. So जो rules society ने बनाए हैं, if such a sentence comes, there you have to use ought to. Then must. Must is used to express the need of the hour. Now this is very important. Need of the hour or necessity. इसका क्या मतलब है कि जो उस हालात में बहुत ज़रूरी है वहाँ पे हमने must लगाना है. So now how we are going to do this? I'll give you a few examples. With the examples, with the help of examples, you will able to understand कि should कहाँ लगाना है, ought to कहाँ लगाना है और must कहाँ लगाना है. Now second point is, should, it refers to obligation, suggestion, advice from a personal point of view. Now यहाँ पे this is important. Should obligation suggestion के लिए use होता है, ought to भी obligation suggestion और advice के लिए use होता है. Then where is the difference? The difference is should is used from a personal point of view. जो भी suggestion दे रहा है, जो भी advice दे रहा है, ये उसका personal viewpoint है. And the person to whom he is giving the advice, it depends upon that person whether he wants to accept that advice, whether he wants to follow that suggestion or not. लेकिन ought to जो है वो suggestion या obligation है, that is due to social ethics, that is due to the society, तो वो मानने ही चाहिए. So this is the difference. And must के केस में it is more like an order. Must जो है it is more like an order. So these are the basic differences. Nature, should is informal, क्योंकि ये personal point of view है, तो should जो है वो informal है. Ought to, it becomes formal, क्योंकि ये society में accepted है. And must is legal because it is like an order. So must जो है वो legal हो जाता है. Law and order वाली situation में must. Now degree of emphasis. So should क्योंकि informal है, personal point of view है, so in this case the degree of emphasis is less. Ought to, the degree of emphasis is higher than should, or must में it is the highest. So this is the basic differences. Now I'll be taking up examples. With the examples you will understand where to use which. And sometimes should, ought to और must जो है ये replaceable है. We can interchange it because according to the sentence कई बार should भी ठीक है and must also becomes correct. So in such cases when you are not able to decide कि must use करना है या should use करना है, so in case it is an MCQ form. So MCQ फॉर्म में क्या होगा कि दोनों में से एक ही दिया होगा. Must and should दोनों नहीं दिए होंगे in case both can come in that particular sentence. But in case it's not an MCQ, if you will write must, it will be correct. And if that sentence is correct with should also, it will also be correct in that case. Then no one can make it wrong if the context is not given. So now let's understand these three with these examples. So first example, all students must wear the blazer in winters. Now here, why I am using must? If I write all students should wear the blazer in winters, that is also correct. So why I am using must? It depends that from where this statement is coming. Now suppose if the principal of the school is saying this, so I am just writing PR here. If the principal of the school is saying that all students must wear the school blazer in winter, so it is an order. It becomes a legal thing. It is a rule of the school. So there you have to use must. Now suppose if your friend is telling you that you have to wear a school blazer in winters. So if there you use should, that the friend is just giving a suggestion that you should wear the school blazer in winter. So it is just a suggestion. Whether you want to accept it, whether you want to follow it or not, that depends upon you. So this is the difference. Formal and informal. Then if it is from an authority, so it becomes legal, it's an order, it's a rule, there you have to use must. Now second, you must improve your handwriting to pass with good marks. Now here it is clear that we have to use must because there is a condition to pass with good marks. Now in such a case, it has become the necessity. Like in first, it is school rule, order from the side of the principal. In the second case, it becomes the necessity to pass. If it is the condition to pass, कि pass तभी होगा अगर handwriting improve की जाए. So in that case, we are using must. It has become a necessity to pass. Now let's see the third sentence. Traveling 30 kilometers every day on a bike for your job must be difficult. Now here again I am using must because it is understood in this context. Logical certainty है कि ये ऐसा ही है. 30 kilometers रोज बाइक पे जाना है. So it is actually difficult. So must be difficult. So these are the different conditions where you have to use must. If you go to Delhi, you must see the Red Fort. Now, if I say, if you go to Delhi, you should see the Red Fort. Again, it is correct. Then why I am using here must? We can use here should also and it will be correct. But suppose the sentence is having must, उसका emphasis जो है वो बढ़ जाता है. It is strongly recommended. Yes, Suvansh, we cannot use might because might means very bleak possibility. So the person is actually telling that if you go to Delhi, अगर दिल्ली जा रहे हो, so you need to see the Red Fort. You must see. उसको recommendation देना है. Might का मतलब है bleak possibility, ना के बराबर. So that is why might is not correct in this sentence. Now children shouldn't be allowed to be awake till late at night. Now here we are using should because this is something that children should follow. So therefore it is should, correct thing to do, appropriate thing. So children should be allowed to be awake till late at night. So now let's move on to the next few sentences. Now in sentence 6, now here as you can see it says you should consult a doctor. Here I am using should. You should consult a doctor. So it is just a simple advice from someone under a given condition. Suppose someone is not feeling good. So the person is advising that you should go and consult a doctor. So it is a simple suggestion, simple advice. But suppose the person is very ill. The person is very ill and there are no signs of improvement. Then in such a case, if the other person tells that you must consult a doctor, you are not improving. So that in that case, it becomes need of the hour. It is necessity. So context देखना है. अगर साथ में जैसे ये लिखा हुआ है, like I said, you are not improving, you must consult a doctor. So वहाँ पे वो emergency और need of the hour बन जाता है, necessity बन जाता है. So you have to read the sentences carefully and then you have to decide what will be the answer. Now, seventh one, by next month, I should have enough money to buy a car. So here I should have enough money to buy a car. Here should is prediction कि next month तक probably this is going to happen. अगले महीने तक मेरे पास इतने पैसे आ जाएंगे. So by next month, I should have enough money to buy a car. Yes, Dhruv, बच्चे, in which sentence you are saying it can it be must? Which sentence? Tell me the sentence number. Whether it's 6 or whether it is 7. I move on to 8th sentence till Dhruv answers. You ought to be honest. Now here ought to, why I'm using ought to, it is socially acceptable. It is something that is moral. In 6th sentence, yes, I just explained in what condition it can be must. So must and should both are correct in sentence number 6. Is it clear? If you write must, it's not going to be wrong. So 8th one, you ought to be honest. It is morally correct. So that is why we are using ought. So here, if we write you should be honest, it is again not going to be wrong. If we write you should be honest, it is advice, it is suggestion, it's not going to be wrong. But the appropriate choice here should be ought to. Then question number 9th, the sentence here is, it is already 2 p.m. She ought to be at home by now. Now, in this case, what is ought to telling us? It says that it means fairly likely or expected under the normal circumstances. रोज ऐसा ही होता है. So, ought to here is expected under normal circumstances. It is already 2 p.m. She ought to be at home by now. So, अब तक उसे घर होना चाहिए. So she ought to be at home by now. If you use here, she should be at home by now. So again, it is not going to be wrong. Now, the 10th sentence. I know your choice. You ought to watch this movie. Now again, why we are using ought to here? You ought to watch this movie. It is again a recommendation or advice. We can use here should. I know your choice. You should watch this movie. It is also not going to be wrong. So how you have to make a choice in such cases? In case it is MCQ, then both the choices are not to be given there. You won't have both the choices. But in case it's not an MCQ, if you will write should, if it is possible that should can also come there, your answer will not be wrong. So this was difference between should, ought to and must. Now I move on to the basic exercise where you are now going to answer. You will be writing the answers here and then we will be discussing. So the first question here, fill in the blanks with the correct model from the following. So I have given you the choices. You have to pick your answer from can, may, shall, will, must, could, might, should, would and ought to. So here you have to pick your choices from here one by one. You will be now sending me the answers and we will discuss it. So here is your first question. The burger in this shop is very tasty, so noodles dash be good too. The burger in this shop is very tasty, so noodles dash be good too. So pick your answer, send me the answer and then we will discuss it. Okay, I have received shall. Okay. Good. Okay. Yes, I am getting varied answers. So here is the answer for you and then we will discuss it. Okay, we have shall, we have could, we even have must. And here is the answer. The answer is should. Nobody gave should as the answer. Now, should is prediction here. If you remember, पीछे examples में हमने ऐसा एक sentence किया था जहाँ पे should was a prediction. जब हम कुछ predict करते हैं, if you remember that sentence, by next month, should have enough money to buy a car. So prediction, जहाँ पे कोई prediction है, the burger in this shop is very tasty, so noodles should be good too. Clear? So will नहीं हो सकता because will जो है it will become कि वो हैं. Here the noodles अभी खाए नहीं है किसी ने. So it is a prediction कि क्योंकि burger tasty है, so noodles should also be good. Is it clear? Now, second sentence. You dash respect your elders. Now this is going to be easy for you. Second sentence is going to be very easy. So I want quick answers for the second sentence. You dash respect your elders. Okay, good. Good. Yes, very good. Okay, so here is the answer. We have ought to as the answer. It is moral obligation acceptable to society. Yes, so you are following it now. It is moral obligation. It is acceptable to society. So very good. So answer is ought to. Now let's move on to the next one. This is your third sentence. So third sentence is, you dash borrow my pen if you want to. This is your third sentence. You dash borrow my pen if you want to. Okay, I am getting answers. May, yes. Can, okay. Can, good. So I am getting can. Most of you are going for can, and let's see what is the answer. This is the answer. May is used for permission. Can is used for ability. So understand this. May is used for permission and can is used for ability. So you may borrow my pen if you want to. So whenever there is a sentence that is giving a sense of permission, so you have to use may there. Now comes the next sentence. Fourth one. Dash, you please tell her that Priya called. Dash, you please tell her that Priya called. So let's see what is the answer. Start sending me the answers. Dash, you please tell her that Priya called. Okay, could, very good. Can, will. Can, could. Let's see what is the answer. So I have already got the answer. Many of you are sending me the correct answers. Here is the answer. Could. Now why can is not the correct answer here? Could is more polite and formal than can. Could is more polite and formal than can. So could you please tell her that Priya called? Is it clear? So when there are polite requests in a sentence, you have to use could there. So 4 sentences we have done. Now I move on to the 5th one. Yes, could is the correct answer. Here you have the 5th one now. You dash borrow my car. I will be at home tomorrow. So this is the 5th sentence. You dash borrow my car. I will be at home tomorrow. Okay, can. Okay. Again, read the sentence carefully. Check the context whether it is giving us the sense of permission or something else. You dash borrow my car. I will be at home tomorrow. Yes, Ashita. It is may. It is again permission. You may borrow my car. I will be at home tomorrow. So you are permitting someone कि तुम मेरी car borrow कर सकते हो. So it is permission. You may borrow my car. I will be at home tomorrow. कि मैंने कहीं जाना नहीं है. So you may borrow my car. Yes. So may is the correct answer here. Now the 6th sentence. You dash brush your teeth twice. You dash brush your teeth twice. Yes, pick your answer and start sending me the answers for the sixth one. Yes, the answer for the sixth one. Okay. Must. Sehaj is sending should. Sakshi must. Metal Fury should. Okay. Now let's see what is the correct answer. Both in these cases. So must is also correct and should is also correct because the context is not given. Whether it is the necessity, whether it is just an advice, that is not given. So you can write must also and you can write should also. You must brush your teeth twice. So in case a doctor is telling this, then it becomes something that is very, very important under that case. So if just the parents, they are advising the child, so you should brush your teeth twice. So must will be strong recommendation, maybe by the doctor, and should, it will be just an advice. So both are correct in this case. Now let's move on to the next sentence. The seventh sentence. When she was young, she dash cycle continuously for 2 hours. So this is the seventh sentence. When she was young, she dash cycle continuously for 2 hours. So select your answer and start sending me the answers. Okay, I have should, then would, can, ought. Okay. Could. I have could also and can, would. So all possible answers I am getting. So let's see which is the correct answer. The correct answer is could. Yes, I am getting correct answers. Now why could? Could here is past ability. When she was young. So बता रहे कि जब वो छोटी थी बचपन में मे बी सो उस टाइम शी कुड साइकिल कंटिन्यूसली फॉर 2 hours और वो अब ये नहीं कर सकती मे बी बिकॉज शी इज ओल्ड नाउ सो वो 2 घंटे लगातार अब साइकिल नहीं चला सकती सो इट इज पास्ट एबिलिटी कैन यूज होता है प्रेजेंट एबिलिटी पे आई कैन डू दिस आई कैन स्विम आई कैन ड्राइव सो वो है प्रेजेंट एबिलिटी whereas past ability में we use could. Now let's do the next sentence. I dash try to get you a job. I promise. I dash try to get you a job. I promise. So let's do the eighth sentence now. Send me the answers. Arnav, but you are writing why not would in which sentence? If it is a seventh sentence, when she was young, she would cycle continuously for 2 hours. No, would is not correct in this case. Would is past tense of will and it is not telling us anything about the ability of the person. So what the person was able to do when the person was young. So that is ability, that is not would. Okay, eighth sentence. Yes, I am getting answers and all of you are writing will. So I think will is the correct answer. Yes, it is will because in this sentence it's a promise. So will depicts promise also. I will try to get you a job. I promise. Clear? Now I can try to get you a job in case it wasn't written I promise. So I can try to get you a job वो भी ठीक होता बिकॉज मे बी वो एक पर्सन दूसरे पर्सन की एबिलिटी है कि वो दिला सकता है जॉब बट सिंस इट्स रिटन हियर आई प्रॉमिस सो इट बिकम्स आई विल ट्राई टू गेट यू अ जॉब वो प्रॉमिस कर रहा है कि मैं फ्यूचर में मैं ऐसा करूंगा मैं ऐसे करने की कोशिश करूंगा सो आई विल ट्राई टू गेट यू अ जॉब आई प्रॉमिस सो लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द ninth sentence. Here is the ninth one. She dash have to sell her jewelry and other belongings to pay her debts. Yes, the answer. She dash have to sell her jewelry and other belongings to pay her debts. Okay, answer for this. Yes. Let's see what is the answer. Yes, I am getting the right answer. Very good. Might is the answer. Bleak possibility. So she might have to sell her jewelry and other belongings to pay her debts. Very good. So now you are following how you have to pick your answers. She might have to sell her jewelry and other belongings to pay her debts. Now, the 10th sentence, dash, you like some coffee. Dash, you like some coffee. So first understand what type of the sentence it is. Sentence का मतलब क्या निकल रहा है? वो permission है या वो कोई suggestion है, कोई advice है, कोई offer है, कोई request है, and then decide your model. So dash, you like some coffee. Okay, yes, I'm getting the correct answers. Very good. So the correct answer is would. Whenever it is a polite offer, so you use their would. Would you like some coffee? And when you have to write about a polite request, वहाँ पे use करना है could. Could you please do this for me? It is a polite request. If it is an offer, a polite offer, so would you like some coffee? So these are the examples from models. Now I move on to the next type. So before that, let's have some fun. So just we will be relaxing and we will have a fun question and then we'll move on to the next one. So answer this one. What can you hold in your right hand but not in your left? Let me see how many of you can answer this. What can you hold in your right hand but not in your left? Let's see. So we need to relax in between also. Okay, Prisha, left elbow, good. What about others? Okay. What can you hold in your right hand but not in your left? Good. Okay. Very good. Yes, I've got the correct answer. Very good. Yes. Okay, so very good, all of you. Your left hand. This is the correct answer. Yes. So now let's move on to the next type of exercise that we are going to do. Your left hand is the correct answer. So you've got it. Now let's move on. Okay, Manav is asking me what is the meaning of oblique. Yes, Manav, oblique means very, very less possibility. Bleak is something that is in very, very less. So that is bleak. Okay, now let's move on. Now we'll be taking up reported speech. So if you haven't watched rules of reported speech in case of interrogative sentences, then you need to watch this video. I have given the link in the description box. And in case you want to do and revise the rules for imperatives, then this link is also there in the description box. Difference between some and many in case of is very important. Use of some and any, where you have to use some and where you have to use any in case of determiners. So you can watch this video also. Now let's move on and we will be doing reported speech now. So here I will be giving you sentences and you will be changing them into indirect speech. So here is your first sentence. So quickly send me the answer. He said to me, I am doing your work as fast as I could. He said to me, I am doing your work as fast as I could. Yes, good. Very good. I'm receiving answers. Yes. Harmeet is writing, he told me that he was doing work as fast as he could. Atharv, he told me that he was doing my work as fast as he could. Okay, so let's see now what is the answer. Very good. He told me that he was doing my work as fast as he could. Prisha, Anish, he told me that he was doing my work as fast as he could. So I think that I have got my answer. This is the answer. He told me that he was doing my work as fast as he could. So all of those who have answered this, thumbs up to those. Now, let me tell you how you have to do this. In case you are stuck, you don't know that how I or what I need to change in a sentence, so you can underline. So first when you read it, he said to me. So you know that you have to change this said to. So just underline it. Then I am. These things are to be changed. So just underline so that when you are writing your answer, you don't forget these that I have to change this. So again here. So you have marked all those that you need to change. So now said, it will change into told. And in case it is a question sentence, of course we'll come to that when I'll take up an interrogative sentence, then I'll tell you what you have to do in case it is a question. So said to changes into told. Told के साथ to नहीं आता है. So I, a pronoun, it will change. Since it is he here, so it is going to change into he. Am, it is going to change into was. Am change होता है was या were में. So obviously am जो है वो was में ही change होगा. And your in this case, it is going to change according to the object. So क्योंकि object me है, it has changed into my. So I again, it will change into he. So the sentence becomes, he told me that he was doing my work as fast as he could. So underline the sentence, the words, and then change according to the rules. Now this is the next sentence. He wondered, shall I ever earn enough money? Your second sentence now. This is an interrogative sentence. So try to follow the rules. Remember the rules and then change the sentence. He wondered, shall I ever earn enough money? Yes, type the answers. I'm waiting for your answers. Yes, thank you all of you. He wondered, shall I ever earn enough money? Arnav is the first one. Very good, Arnav. He wondered if he would ever earn enough money. Good. Atharv, AJ Gaming. He wondered if he should ever earn money. Okay. If he wondered if he would ever earn enough money. Now let's see what is the answer and then we will discuss it. Yes, so this is the answer. He wondered if he would earn enough money. Now this is correct. If he would. Now why would? Because we always do that shall changes into should. So we always change shall into should, but why we are not changing it here? Why we are not changing shall into should here? Now understand. Sentence का मतलब क्या है? He wondered, shall I ever earn enough money? कि क्या मैं कभी enough money कमा सकता हूँ? So क्या मैं कभी? What is he is thinking about the future? कि मैं कभी future में इतना पैसा कमा सकूंगा. So when we are talking about future, so should, you know, it is about advice, about suggestion, about obligation. So यहाँ पे should नहीं आ सकता. We are referring to something that has to happen in future. So इसलिए यहाँ पे shall जो है वो would में change होगा. He would. He wondered if he would ever earn enough money. So remember this. In case of interrogative sentences like this, so shall को should में नहीं would में change करना है. Yes, he is talking about probability. He is talking about something that he thinks that will it happen in future with him. उसके साथ क्या ऐसा होगा future में. So that is why it is would. Now let's move on to the next sentence. Third sentence is, what a lovely gown, she said to her sister. Yes, Dhruv, but we cannot use will because it is changing from direct into indirect. Shall, will में कभी change नहीं होता. Is it clear? It's not the rule. We have to change from direct into indirect. In that case, shall never changes into will. Can't it be exclaimed? Subhansh, which sentence bache? The third sentence you were talking about, Subhansh? I haven't discussed third sentence yet. I am still waiting for the answers. Okay, so the answers for the third that I am getting, a third writes, she exclaimed with joy that it was a lovely gown. Okay, Apurva, she told her that it was a lovely gown. Prisha, she told her sister that it was a lovely gown. Okay. Yes, now let's discuss this sentence. This is the answer here. She exclaimed that it was a very lovely gown. Now let's understand why this is the correct answer. So now here we have the exclamation mark. Here this mark, it shows that we have to write here exclaimed. So वो हमने लिख लिया. She exclaimed. लेकिन दिस एक्सक्लेमेशन के साथ हमारे पास कोई और इमोशन नहीं है. इट डजंट हैव एनी अदर इमोशन अटैच्ड टू इट. अलास है, हुर्रा है, वाओ है. सो वी डोंट हैव दैट इमोशन हियर. सो शी एक्सक्लेम्ड विद व्हाट, दैट इज नॉट नोन. इसलिए अपनी तरफ से वो नहीं लगाना. शी एक्सक्लेम्ड विद जॉय, नो यू डोंट राइट दैट. यू डोंट नो अबाउट दैट. सो सिर्फ शी एक्सक्लेम्ड. Then when it is a sentence like this, what a lovely gown, so it is an exclamation. Exclamation का मतलब है exaggeration है यहाँ पे. So उसको वो gown बहुत अच्छा लगा है. So it is a very lovely gown. So when you are changing it, so she exclaimed that it was a very lovely gown. So whenever it is what a beautiful picture, so it is she or he exclaimed that it was a very beautiful picture. Clear? So attach very there. She exclaimed that it was a very lovely gown. So I hope that now this is clear. Now we move on to the fourth sentence. Metal Fury is writing that she had a lovely gown. No, that is wrong. Had, it becomes past tense. Is it clear? So we are not using had here. Had जहाँ पे यूज होता है, so we will be doing that in a different example. Fourth sentence, she said to him, have you any idea what this boy has done today? Yes, answer this one now. She said to him, have you any idea what this boy has done today? Yes, okay, Atharv is the first one to answer. She asked him if he had any idea what that boy had done that day. Okay. Yes, Subhan, she asked him if he had any idea what that boy had done that day. Yes, I am getting correct answers. Vibhu, she asked him if he had any idea what that boy had done that day. Okay, so I have got my answer. So let's see what is the correct answer here. Yes, good. All of you are giving me correct answers. She asked him if he had any idea what that boy had done that day. So you have answered this correctly. So what we are going to change here? Said to changes into asked because it is interrogative sentence. Have. Now here since have is a helping verb and the answer to this question comes in yes or no, तो इसका मतलब है कि हम if लगाएंगे या फिर हम whether लगाएंगे. So if या whether में से दोनों ठीक है. So if he had, so you जो है that has changed into he. So if he had any idea. Now जब हम इंटेरोगेटिव सेंटेंस को डायरेक्ट से इनडायरेक्ट में चेंज करते हैं, सब्जेक्ट कम्स फर्स्ट. सो दिस यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, सब्जेक्ट कम्स फर्स्ट एंड वर्ब कम्स आफ्टरवर्ड्स. सो अगर ये रूल्स जो हैं नहीं याद हैं, देन यू गो बैक एंड वॉच द डिटेल्ड वीडियो ऑफ रिपोर्टेड स्पीच इन केस ऑफ इंटेरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस. सो एनी आइडिया व्हाट दिस बॉय, सो दिस हैज चेंज्ड इनटू दैट, has changed into had, and today will change into that day. So these are the changes and this is how you have to do it. Yes. So now let's move on to the fifth sentence. The fifth sentence is, look out. She shouted to her son, there is a bull charging in your direction. So send me the answer for these questions now. Look out, she shouted to her son, there is a bull charging in your direction. Yes, so here the answers are coming. Look out, she shouted to her son, there is a bull charging in your direction. Yes, I know it takes time to type, but I am waiting for your answers. Very good. A third. She warned her son that there was a bull charging in his direction. Okay. Yes. Others? I am still waiting. Now pay attention to this also. Look out, and there is an exclamation mark here. So pay attention to this. Look out. She warned her son, yes, that there was a bull charging in his direction. She exclaimed with anger that there was a bull charging in his direction. Okay. Yes. She warned her son to look out and shouted that there was a bull charging in his direction. I think Harmeet has nailed it. Let's see. Yes, Dhruv. Mother warned her son to look out for the bull charging in his direction. Okay. Yes. She exclaimed to his son that there was a bull charging in this direction. Now this is the answer here. Now if you will write warned, it's not going to be wrong, but shouted is already given, so you can use shouted also. Okay, it is a warning. Look out. Yes, it is a warning, but it also says she shouted to her son. So you can use the same word that is given here. She shouted to her son to look out. If you will write she warned, it is not going to be wrong. It is a warning. So she shouted to her son to look out and added. So here you can write and added because you are going to connect these two parts now. So and added that there, so is changing into was, a bull charging, your is changing into his, in his direction. So this becomes the correct sentence. She shouted to her son to look out and added that there was a bull charging in his direction. Now why we are not using exclaimed here? Here we are not using exclaimed because the emotion here is given. Yes, I am answering Sanvi, I am answering your query. She shouted, it's already given that she is shouting, which shows that she is angry. You can write warned, you can write shouted, because here the emotion is given. Is it clear? So that is why we are not writing here she exclaimed. So read the sentence carefully, understand it, and then answer. So Vansh is writing, she warned her son that there was a bull charging in his direction. Can't it be right? She warned her son that there was a bull charging in his direction. I said that you can use warned. So Vansh, I said that you can use warned. It is correct. Now we move on to the sixth sentence. Veena said to mother, why didn't you wake me sooner? Yes, quickly. Yes, Suryansh. Why a question mark? What do you want to ask? Let's do the sixth sentence. Veena said to mother, why didn't you wake me sooner? So it's again an interrogative sentence. So quickly let's change it. Okay, Sanvi is writing. Sorry Sanvi, I missed it. You are asking if you write, she exclaimed with anger. Okay, she exclaimed with anger. If you write that, so she exclaimed with anger that there was a bull charging in his direction. If you write that, because it is lookout, so lookout is a warning. So it's better that you use any out of these two. Okay, Arihant is writing, Reena asked her mother, why didn't she wake her sooner? Okay, Reena asked her mother, why didn't she wake her sooner? Reena asked mother why she didn't wake her sooner. Okay, so we are getting the answers, and I think I've got my answer. Reena asked mother why she hadn't woken her sooner. So nobody has given me this answer, hadn't. So if you remember, the rule is did not changes into had not. So this is the rule that you need to remember. Did not changes into had not. So that is why we are practicing, because you always forget rules because you don't revise these. Ma'am, can we you inspected? I don't understand what you want to say. So I gave the answer hadn't. Yes, Vibhu, I read your answer. You were correct. That's why I said that I got my answer, because you answered it correctly. So Reena asked mother why she hadn't woken her sooner. So this is the correct answer. So remember, did it changes into had. If it is didn't, so it is going to change into had not. So remember these. Now we move on to the seventh one. This is the seventh sentence. He said, alas, I am undone. So this is very simple. He said, alas, I am undone. I know that you will be able to answer this sentence correctly. Yes, he exclaimed with sorrow that he was undone. Yes, Suvansh. He exclaimed with grief that he was undone. That is also correct. He exclaimed with regret that he was undone. So, alas, you have to write the meaning of this emotion, alas. It is grief, it is sorrow, the person is sad, the person is regretting. So, these are correct. So, he said, or he exclaimed with sorrow, he exclaimed with grief. All these are correct. And next part is he exclaimed with sorrow that he was undone. So, whatever emotion you are going to write, according to that, your answer will be marked. So, he exclaimed with sorrow. Yes. So, all of you are correct here. So, he exclaimed sadly. That is also correct here, that he was undone. So here you can write sorrow. Yes, you can write sorrow. You can write he exclaimed with sorrow. You can write exclaimed with regret. You can write exclaimed with grief. So they are going to be correct. Can we use sadness? But make the complete sentence using sadness. Only then I can tell you. He exclaimed with sadness, you want to say? He exclaimed with sadness that he was undone. So it's better to use he exclaimed sadly. Isn't it? He exclaimed with sadness rather than using with sadness. So use he exclaimed sadly that he was undone. Or you write down he exclaimed with sorrow or with grief. A third, yes, regret, you can use that. Now the eighth sentence. The policeman said to us, where are you going? The policeman said to us, where are you going? So quickly change this into indirect form. The policeman said to us, where are you going? Let's do the eighth sentence quickly. So here again, this is an interrogative sentence, so carefully change it. The policeman asked us where we were going. Yes, Sanvi, correct. The policeman asked us where we were going. Yes, so this is correct now. So you are now following it how you have to change it. The policeman asked or the policeman inquired because policeman is inquiring. So you can use the word inquired here. If you write asked, that is also going to be correct. The policeman inquired where we were going. Now, if you will write where are we going? So that is going to be wrong. Are, it is going to change into were. You is going to change into we. And why we are writing we first and were afterwards? Because the rule says the subject comes first and verb comes afterwards when we change a direct sentence into indirect sentence. So remember this. When we change a direct sentence into indirect sentence, so subject पहले लिखना है और verb बाद में लिखना है. Now, the ninth sentence. He said to him, please wait here till I return. He said to him, please wait here till I return. Yes, it can be asked. Suryansh, it can be asked. Asked is also correct in this case. Yes, I answered. Asked is correct. Ninth sentence, he said to him, please wait here till I return. Okay, so the answers, I've started getting answers. He requested him to wait there till he returns. Okay, good. He requested him to wait there till he had returned. Okay, another answer here. He requested him to wait there till he returned. Now let's see which is the correct answer. Good, Anish. He requested him to wait here until he returned. Okay, so this is the correct answer. He requested him to wait there till he returned. So for please, you all of you have written requested, so that is the correct thing. He requested him. So till here, all of you are correct. Now wait here till I return. So here you are going to change. You are going to change, and then you have to change return. Till will not change into until. You are not going to change till. Till doesn't change into until. So you have to remember the rules. So the sentence becomes, he requested him to wait there till he returned. Wait here till I return. So this becomes, it is a imperative sentence. So imperative sentence जो है उसको हम इस तरह से solve करते हैं. We use to wait, to come, to shut the door. जो भी command या order दिया जा रहा है, so whether it is a request, whether it is a command, whether it is an order, so we use to, and after that we write that order or command or whatever is the request. So he requested him to wait there. Here changes into there, I changes into he, and return is V1. So V1 changes into V2. So this is what you have to remember. So keep on underlining the words that need a change and then follow the rules and keep on changing them. So then you will never go wrong. So I hope that this is clear. Now the 10th sentence for reported speech. Rahul said the horse was running on the road. Now in this sentence again you are going to make a mistake, a very common mistake that all of you always make. So let me see who gets this 10th sentence correct. I am waiting for the correct answer for the 10th sentence. A very common mistake that you are going to make. Most of you do this. Rahul said the horse was running on the road. Suvansh, Rahul said that the horse had been running on the road. Good. Suvansh, I got the correct answer in one go. Very good. Okay, yes, the correct answer. Suvansh has given the correct answer. So the thing where you always go wrong is you don't change was into had been. You write was as was only, and that is the mistake. So we are going to change this said. Then the horse will remain as such, was running on the road, nothing more is to be changed here. If you will write here said, it is again correct. If you will write here told, it is also going to be correct. So Rahul said or Rahul told that the horse had been running on the road. This is the correct answer. Yes, Mahima. Rahul told that the horse had been running on the road. It's running, sorry, it's not raining. Yes, a typing mistake. Anyways, so 10 sentences of reported speech we have done. 10 sentences of models we have done. Now let's move on to the next. But again, it is fun time. So let's relax for a while. And this is what you have to answer now. So here you can see a question mark in between. So which number will come in place of this question mark? This is not mental ability. So don't start calculating it. It is 87. Oh my God. You are straight away answering it. 87. All of you 87. Okay. Good. 87. Very good. So you are quick and you are smart. The number is 78. How it is 78? Because you have to read the numbers upside down, it will be 87 only. Yes, you are correct. This is upside down, and when we turn it, it is going to be 87. So 87 is correct. So when it is upside down, then it is 78, and when we will turn it, it will become 87. 87 is also correct. 78 is also correct, because if we will write it like this, so upside down, when you will turn it, it becomes 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 and 91. So that is why 87 is also correct and 78 is also correct. It is how you see it. Got it now? Now let's move on to the next part now. Determiners. So now we are going to revise determiners. The first question for determiners: he is very ambitious even though he has dash education. So quickly give me the answer. He is very ambitious even though he has dash education. Okay, determiners. You have to fill in determiners, not any word. So whatever answer you are sending me, it should be a determiner. Okay, so a little, I'm getting the answers a little, less, Ridhima. Okay, a little. The answer, if you want clues, so these are the clues. Some, few, little. So pick your answer out of these. Okay. Yes, the third. You can pick your answer out of these options in case you need a clue. Yes, now answer is little. Yes, now I've got the correct answer. So answer is little. Why a little is wrong? He is very ambitious even though he has little education. Now why a little? A little का मतलब है कि कुछ education उसके पास है. He is educated. कुछ तो education है, लेकिन सेंटेंस का मतलब निकल रहा है कि ही इज वेरी एम्बिशियस इवन दो, हालांकि वो बिल्कुल पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है. सो जहां पे हम ना के बराबर एजुकेशन कह रहे हैं, सो इट विल बी लिटिल. सो दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन एंड देन यू हैव टू चूज योर आंसर. अ लिटिल का मतलब है कि कुछ थोड़ा सा एजुकेटेड वो है. नाउ द सेकेंड, I have met dash people, but I don't have dash real friends yet. Yes, so pick your answer. I have met dash people, but I don't have dash real friends yet. Now, if you want clues, so these are the clues. For the first blank, most, many, more. For the second blank, any, some, and few. Okay, so many and any. Yes, so here we have the answers, many and any. So very good. So you have answered it, many and any. Now we have this third statement. We should never speak ill of dash dead. We should never speak ill of dash dead. Yes, so here if you want the clues, so you have to pick out of a and the. If you want clues for this, you have to pick out of a or the. We should never speak ill of dash dead. Yes, the is the correct answer. Very good. We should never speak ill of the dead. Now let's move on to the fourth sentence. The fourth sentence is silver as well as cotton dash fallen in price. So if you want the clues here, so you have to choose from among is, are, has or have. Silver as well as cotton dash fallen in price. Is, are, has or have. Yes, so start has. Okay. Silver as well as cotton. Of course, the answer is has. Silver as well as cotton has fallen in price. Now, why we are writing this? Because you have to identify the main subject here. Actually, this is a question of subject-verb agreement. So, the main subject we are talking about silver. Cotton is accompanying it. So, we have to not take cotton into consideration. So silver की main बात हो रही है, cotton तो उसके साथ है. So silver as well as cotton. So this is singular, so we will pick up singular. Has. Silver as well as cotton has fallen in price. Now the determiner here in fifth sentence, is there dash tea in the kettle? So if you want clues for this sentence, the fifth sentence, so here are the clues. Few, any or some. Here are your clues, few, any or some. Yes, you are correct, Anish. Madhav, Subhansh, yes, it is any. Is there any tea in the kettle? Now we move on to the next sentence, the sixth one. Dash villages have high schools. Yes, all of you are correct. Any, Mahima, Suryansh, yes, any. Now the sixth one, dash villages have high schools. So the clues in this case, you have to pick out of little, few, much, a little. Pick your answers out of little, few, much, a little. Dash villages have high schools. Let's see what is the answer. Dash villages. Okay, a few, but a few is not given in the choices. Yes. So here is the answer, few. Now, why few is the answer? Because here high schools, they are countable. So things that we count, and the meaning of the sentence is villages जो हैं उनमें high schools नहीं है, almost ना के बराबर है. So that is why few villages have high schools. Now let's move on. Subject verb agreement is the next part that we will be doing, and for the rules you can go and watch this video. अगर subject verb agreement के detailed rules करने हैं, so you can go and watch this video. And now we have the exercise from subject verb agreement. This is your first question. Every one of them dash brilliant. Every one of them Okay, Arihant is asking options will be given in tomorrow's exam. But it will depend upon the question. If the question needs an option, it will be given. Okay, every one of them dash brilliant. You have to choose from among are, have, has, is. And you are giving the correct answer. This is the correct answer. Now everyone, it is taken as a singular. So remember this, singular. Is it clear? So this is singular, therefore our choice is again singular. Now the next sentence. Neither food nor water dash available. Neither food nor water dash available. So you have to pick your answer out of are, have, has, is. Neither food nor water dash. Okay, again I am getting the correct answer is the correct answer. Neither food nor water, दोनों में से कोई भी नहीं. So both food and water, they are not together. Na food, na water. So alag alag hai. So it is. We have to use here is again. Next, the third sentence. Either Malini or Saurav dash responsible for this. So again you have to choose out of are, have, has or is. Either Malini or Saurav dash responsible for this. Yes. Okay. So the correct answer is again is. So either ya Malini ya Saurav. So they are not talking about both of them together. Alag alag. Again, so it is the correct answer. So you have to identify the true subject of the sentence. So subject identify karo and then you will never go wrong. The next sentence. A number of students dash playing football. A number of students dash playing football, and this is from where you have to choose are, is, has or have. So look at the options and then give me the answer. Number of students dash playing football. Okay, now I'm getting the answer as R. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer. It is R. So a number of. जब a number of आ जाए, that means they are more than one. In case it is a lot of, a number of, or all of. So इसका मतलब है एक से ज़्यादा. So it obviously it becomes plural. So a number of students are playing football. Now we move to the last question for this session. The last question for this session is this one. One of my friends dash gone to Europe. These are the options from where you have to choose: has, have, are, or is. One of my friends dash gone to Europe. Okay, had is not in the options. Has, okay, is, has. Let's see what is the correct answer. One of my friends has gone to Europe. Now here you have to understand that one is the subject. सारे friends में से one. Out of all the friends, it is one who has gone to Europe. So therefore, the answer is has. So I hope that this session, it is going to help you in your tomorrow's exam and you enjoyed it. Now we will have more such sessions before your finals also, so that we can revise the grammar. I hope that everything is clear and your doubts are clarified. Yes, thank you all of you.